What's up? What's good? It's your boy, Stone World.
And Godkin.
And Godkin with the anime fucking taste profile. Let's go. Y'all kids ever heard of fucking Mao? Y'all kids ever heard of Kiwi Farms? Okay, let's forget about Kiwi Farms for now.
I don't even use that.
So like
I'm old school,
the idea,
dude. I gotta write it down. I write it pen and paper.
Yeah, but like our idea here for like anime taste profiles, like 5 picks maybe each.
5 picks each for sure. No,
but
that easily.
I'm saying like what counts as like the anime? Are we counting like movies in the picks?
Absolutely.
Just TV shows? Yeah, OVAs,
absolutely.
like everything.
I'd say at bare minimum, anything that's movies, games, manga, what have you. That
manga are in the list.
Well, if it comes from Japan, because like
let's go.
Then it's like okay, so it's like I could pick like a laser disc like audio like fucking play.
But also for me, like it doesn't have to come from Japan. Like I think like in terms of anything that absolutely should be on the list, like absolutely you have to have a good portion of your list like the actual Japanese IPs. But if it's like say Castlevania animated series or something, it's a Japanese IP. Konami made the games, right?
Yeah.
But the series is American made. Adi Shankar.
I mean, if you want to pick Castlevania, I would have no problem with you picking Castlevania.
Then there's a question
anime
though.
Short
like,
for animation, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the connotation is that we're going to do stuff in Japan, but
well, and for me, like what really strikes at the heart of anime for me is like an aesthetic and an attitude, really. I find that, you know, if it has that like sharp angles but soft textures aesthetic, then that is anime. And if it has like obviously like bigger eyes or like particular, you know, like the loops with the light refraction in the eyes, and then with attitude, there's a lot of like
lots of like light spots in the eyes. Like I think of like a signature like 3 very like oval like eye highlights somewhere in the anime eyes. You know, like kind of reminds me of like a Clover from time to time. But like,
but then if it does just come down to aesthetics and attitude, then my top 2 picks are both just what a lot more people would call anime inspired, because they're both tabletop games, one from Spain and one from America, right?
So you're going with the tabletop game, or is there like an anime or like an original video like project like produced based off the IP?
I think of what I would consider my favorite property, which is the Spanish tabletop skirmishing war game Infinity. I think from what I've heard, they are making an animated series of it, which would be pretty hype because you're getting like Ghost in the Shell, but plus like all of these like Warhammer-esque influences, because I mean obviously it's a tabletop war game, but like it's got like all like the alien races coming in trying to like do some shit to humanity.
So you're picking like Infinity for like one of your top pieces. So like generally like, because I'm not super well versed in it, like give me like a background on it. It's like so this is like Infinity is like a tabletop out of Japan, or is it Spain? Yeah, and but they have a lot of like Japanese IPs, or is it like is it trying to be like anime?
Well, it has like the look, right? Like the same like upturned.
So it's trying to have like
like
it's trying to be anime style. It's just made out of okay.
And it's got
example of this.
It's got several factions that are generally based off of like different nations IRL, and it's an AU basically, and it's supposed to take place I think like 250-ish years in the future, and basically Earth and the Earth sphere of humans is ruled by Pan-Oceania, which is basically a theocracy of basically Australian Roman Catholics.
Interesting.
Yeah. So they're all in when they go into battle, they're all in like these really sleek, almost Iron Man-esque shape exosuits, but they're like all blue with like the red eyes. And they have like cross visors a lot of the time for like
So, like, would you say that the plot's very, like, kind of like anime feeling? Like, it has an anime, like, aesthetic to it? Or would you be like, the plot is more, like, kind of like some, like, Western tabletop kind of
Well,
thing?
no, it's definitely got a lot of like anime.
He
Like,
says there's Ghost in the Shell in it, so they have, like, collabs and stuff?
well, no, it's not directly in it. Like the
Okay,
big
okay.
influence of like how like all of like the mechanical designs look is.
I see.
Well, and I mean, there's the Japanese faction, the JSA. They have a good model kit of like right when the JSA split from Yujing, which is like an Imperial China faction. They put out this kit of like the Japanese secessionist army, and like two of the characters are just straight up like Major Kusanagi.
Banger. Okay,
There's
I see.
there's like a big mech dude who has like the iron hat for his mech head, but it's got like a crest on it, and he's got two katana, and one's like a shock katana, the other's a heat katana.
Oh, God. That kind of reminds me of, what is it? That design. Slightly like G5. I mean, it's supposed to probably look like a samurai, right? Like that's the crest on its helmet. You mean like it kind of looks like a
I think
like
the
a specific Japanese style.
yeah,
Like helmet.
the proper term I think is the kabuto helmet. Yeah.
Fucking G5 is from One Punch Man. It's like he's G5, and that's like he's kind of like Ultron, but in reverse. Where Ultron like needed to get to like Ultron 5 to be like the humanoid Ultron.
Yeah.
The G5 starts at like the lowest level. And it just looks like a mechanized samurai, and then like he just gets like as he counts down, he becomes like even more like juiced as a samurai like cyborg. It's pretty fucking hard.
Yeah.
So he's a minor character from One Punch Man, but his like One Punch Man is just filled with like Yusuke Murata's like adaptation of One Punch Man is just filled with so many fire like designs, like so many throwaway designs that are just so fucking good.
And then effectively my second favorite franchise as well. I mean, it's basically if you took like a Berserk / Dark Souls thing and turned it into a board game survival horror, which is Kingdom Death Monster.
Kingdom Death Monster.
Yeah.
That's fucking hard.
One of those.
Sounds like short and shandy.
One of those games where like all of like all the party that you start out with, like all your minis are they're like all dressed in like loincloth and shit. They've only got like a tiny dagger, and they're going out just like into the darkness of wherever with lanterns. Like they survive by lantern light, and there's all of these like horrific, grotesque monsters out there, like I don't know, like a giant baby with its guts split open and penises for fingers coming out of the guts.
Banger. Dear Lord. Fire.
But then, if we are talking exclusively Japanese IP for the top 5, then you could basically count from 3 to 8 on my list, because those would all be fully Japanese IP.
I see. I mean, you've really widened it up here. Like, for me, I was thinking of just, like, I was gonna keep it to TV shows, OVAs, and movies. But, like,
well, I
you
mean,
started off with, like, a tabletop. Now I'm thinking, now this list is, like,
well,
way
like,
more culminative. Now I gotta really think about it.
But also, like, you have to keep in mind, like, as I mentioned before, right, manga, like, how many anime come from manga? And video games, like, you had a banger video game.
I'm silly. Well, you went tabletop, so now I'm thinking I could go video games. So now I'm thinking, like, bro, now it's. I was thinking of, like, you know, Bible Black. Now I'm thinking, like, oh, Resident Evil's gotta be on my list.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, just like. Sorry. You were saying about. Did you want to go on about, like, your other specifically just Japanese IPs?
Well, my first one is a video game IP as well, which is, I mentioned before, Castlevania.
Castlevania.
The show,
legendary.
The show does do a lot of heavy lifting, because, like, the animation is so good, and the plot is so good, and the fucking ending fights of season 2. They might be some of the best fights I've seen. Like,
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was one of the best Netflix original animations that they came out with.
Oh, for sure. And I really like the voice cast as well, because, well, also, like, my favorite IP outside of any anime is Lord of the Rings, and a good chunk of the voice actors in the main cast were in the Hobbit movie, right? Like, Trevor Belmont was voiced by Richard Armitage, the guy who played Thor in Open Shield, and then Dracula's Graham McTavish, Dwalin.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Banger performances, though.
Yeah, and then Alucard is, I can't remember the guy's name that voices him, but he's in, like, Battlestar Galactica and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, have you been watching Nocturne?
I haven't yet, because I like what I've seen of Castlevania so much so far that I do that stupid thing I sometimes do where I'm like saving the last season for like, yo, group of friends, we get together, we watch all the way up to this and get through the hype of the end together. But also a big thing too is like, I don't like the period of history that Nocturne takes place in as much as like the original timeline. Because the original timeline's like 1475, late medieval period, fucking banger. That's one of my favorite parts of history. And then like it's French Revolution for the other stuff, which is like, I'm getting more into
very
it
well
now.
tread.
Yeah, and like I'm getting more into it now, but the big thing I could never really get into with that whole period of history is the wigs. The fucking powdered wigs.
I mean, there can be some powdered wig drip.
Kinda, yeah, but like a lot of the time I find like it's just really dandy and like...
Oh, it's super dandy.
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't know.
Come down.
I mean...
I watched all of Nocturne. I think it's 2 seasons out right now. I really liked it. I really liked the first season, the build up to the first season, then the cliffhanger, and the second season I thought was...
I've seen some clips, and I was stoked to see a combination weapon in there, the fucking gun sword.
Oh yeah. Bro, I love watching Alucard fight, so getting to see him fight even more was really sick.
Yeah.
Oh god, I think it's Drolta is like she's like the Egyptian like black lady like vampire who you think is like, oh, you haven't even watched it yet, so I'm not gonna spoil it that hard. But I thought that character was super hard.
There's so much that's spoiled for me that I haven't seen yet. Just
yeah,
like,
the main
I go
villain
on the internet,
is,
I hear shit about these shows like.
Yeah, it's like Elizabeth Bathory, but I don't really like. Yeah, I don't like Elizabeth Bathory as much as like Drolta, right? I think that's kind of how everybody felt though. I really enjoyed Castlevania. I thought it was like when I watched it, I was like, whoa! Netflix actually came out with some keynote. Actually, after Netflix like canceled Moan, I was like, yo, Castlevania's probably going to be up there for a while.
Yeah, and then my number 4 again is one that I'm still only partway through, but I know is probably pretty high on your list, and that's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I mean, JoJo's is super high on my list. It like for a supreme taste profile, you might like it might just be a part of my list as well. Just because like you gotta get JoJo's in there.
It's got that same like aesthetic that I really love with a lot of like the anime that are higher on my list of like the realistic look. Like the noses are really well done. Is a big thing I really like.
Yeah.
Like I do like the kind of like that you get a lot of the time, but sometimes it's like it disappears.
How are you hating on the powdered wigs for being dandy when like JoJo's is the most dandy fucking anime of all time?
I mean, yeah, but the aesthetic of it works better.
Oh, without a doubt, Araki is a fucking genius. Yeah, like you said, his anatomics are good. He knows exactly when to play to the orthodox and when to like exaggerate stuff. Yeah. He's a goat. You can tell he just spends all day like reading through like anatomy books, looking through like magazines, like looking at poses.
Well,
just like mewing in his fucking French like chateau.
And his influences are a huge part of why it's as good as it is too, right? Because like he's influenced by a lot of like older Japanese properties, like Fist of the North Star or something.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But at the same time, he loves Western culture. Like the name JoJo is from the Beatles' Get Back. Obviously, Dio is Ronnie James Dio.
I mean, yeah. He seems like a supremely worldly character.
Yeah.
I mean, he's Mr. Worldwide in the manga community. In the manga space, we consider him Mr. Worldwide.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, JoJo's pretty good. What's your favorite part? Oh, and I should ask you, have you watched everything that's animated? So as of right now, everything up to part 6 is animated, and part 7 has been announced with a slight like teaser. We got a teaser, and then we got an extended teaser. That's like one scene that's slightly animated. And people were kind of disappointed because they altered like Johnny's outfit. They made it a bit cheaper to like animate through scenes. He doesn't have like all the stars on his pants, but who knows? He may get the stars. I hope they do the stars because at certain points of Rocky, like sometimes when he's like channeling like his ability, like the stars will increase and like they'll look like they're coming up towards like his hand. So like hopefully we can get some of that action.
I know everything that happens up to the end of part 5, and I've seen up to halfway through part 4.
Okay.
Yeah. And of what I've seen, I honestly think, like, and it's kind of a shame because it doesn't use stands. I love stands a lot, but fucking part 2. I think part 2 is probably my favorite.
I mean, that's a super fucking based answer, I have to say. Part 2 being your favorite is like, yeah, you're kind
fucking
of
pillar, man.
I respect your opinion.
Yeah.
I really like part 2 for a really long time.
And also, too, like, one of my favorite characters is Joseph, right? Like,
Joseph is a guy.
Big part of that is his staying power. He's in, like, fucking 3-4 arcs, right?
I mean, yeah, he's the most worldly JoJo. He's Indiana JoJo. he's the dean. He's the real estate tycoon.
Down to even the hat, yeah.
I mean, come on, like... Yeah, Daddy Joestar's pretty sick. Grandpa Joestars, he's up there for me too. My favorite part...
I like Jonathan because of how pure-hearted he is.
Yeah, I mean, Jonathan, he's the higher ethic,
Yeah.
He's like, when you're down and out, you remember the spirit of Jonathan.
I like all of them. There's not many characters I didn't like.
In terms of, like, animated parts, I think I like... in terms of animated parts, I might have to agree with you. I think part 3 has just like more diversity of scenes, but I just feel like the aesthetic and like how tight the narrative of part 2 is just like...
Part 3 is for memes and hype escalation of fights.
Yeah, I really didn't like the end of part 3.
No.
Part 3 is actually like probably my least favorite, if not like one of my least favorite parts of JoJo's, mainly because how they went through everything when they got to Egypt. When they first got to Egypt, I really liked it up until the end, but like the Dio fight just felt all too short to me. Like it felt like he was leaving some of his powers on the table. It could have been like a bit grander of a fight, but I was like, whatever, It just gives Jotaro a chance to seem extra fucking cool and dandy, fucking do his thing, embody Dio in like his strongest state and like all of his fucking stand users. Yeah, part 3, it was sick though. I think part 3 was like best like frame for frame animation of any of the JoJo parts. They definitely put like the most amount of money into part 3.
Sure.
Like you can tell. The rest of the parts are like they do it really cheap, and then like when it comes to like a good scene, all of a sudden you're like, whoa, it's like I'm watching a different show. This is sick. Why isn't this show all the time? Out of the ones that are animated right now, part 2. Part 1 and 2 are kind of like, I'd say part 2 is my favorite, but like part 1 and 2 are kind of like the same season, right?
Yeah.
I believe they're the same season. They're not just like 2 different cores of like one show, but
yeah, they technically count part 1 and part 2 as the same season. Like they use like the same ending and everything, right? Though it's changed.
Yeah. But I won't count them. I'll say out of the animated parts, like part 2 is definitely my favorite as well. Out of the written parts that are out right now, part 6 is my favorite.
Obviously, too, a big part of JoJo's appeal, I find, is like and how much music reference there is in it.
True. But like parts that are out right now, I mean like the animated parts. Out of all the animated parts that are out, like when I look at their manga counterparts, I like part 6 the most. I think part 6 is like, it's just really like cheating. It's very like transformative, like in like kind of the expression of the narrative, and I really like the build up to the end. And it feels like what part 3 was missing. Like I feel like the ending like of part 6 is kind of like an answer. It's like, yeah, it feels like part 3 should have been on this level of escalation. But out of all the parts, I think I'm sorry to be like a JoJo like manga. I feel like this is the bandwagon opinion as of like the last 20 something like odd years. But like part 7 is probably the best concise part of the manga.
That's
like,
what I've heard that from a lot of
yeah,
people.
it's big, it's dense, like it's essentially that they put parts 1 through 3 together. And yeah, it's really great. I read the black and white and the colored, and it's like part 7 manga colored is like it's goated. Like it's actually 10 out of 10. It's like rare 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like part 8 too. Part 8 is really sick. I didn't appreciate part 8 super early on because I had to wait on it. But yeah, like when I took like 2 years off of part 8 and I came back and I was like, yeah, this is actually a goated part. I really liked Josuke, and I really liked Yasuo. I like how it was kind of like a dynamic duo thing with them instead of having like a whole like Joe Bro group. Even though you can say there's a traditional Joe Bro group, but I really like what they did with like the. I mean, yeah. Do you care about spoilers?
Maybe. Yeah. Kind of.
Oh, then yeah, I'm not gonna talk about a major plot line. I'm just gonna say one thing that's returning from a previous part.
Okay.
If you guys know what returns in part 8, if you guys have read part 8, you guys know what returns that's very popular from early parts in part 8. So that was really cool to see those things again, and see stands from those things. But like. Yeah, part 8 was really cool. Part 9's out right now, which is JoJo Lian, or JoJo Lands, sorry. JoJo Lian's part 8. JoJo Lands, Jodio, so it's like they're straight up just like, because it's like the odd part, I guess. It's like a Dio part. We have like more Dio influence, so it's like we have Joe Dio now. It's like, oh, it's a JoJo, but he's like a drug dealer, and he's kind of like a punk kid. He goes to the parties, and he sprinkles cocaine on the bitch's pussy and shit. And then like, yeah, he's got like the cross-dresser brother. Like, the part is just fully on one this time. He's like a thief, and he steals like the concept of wealth and accumulation itself. I'm like, yeah, this part is on one. Part 9 it's super early. I think it's less than 30 chapters right now, but I mean, a chapter comes out like every 2 months or something, so. Or every month. I think it's Weekly Young Jump that it comes out in. Which I think is Sunday, folks. I think Weekly Young Jump comes out on Thursday or Sundays. Of like every, I don't know, the first Thursday or Sunday of the month, or the last Thursday or Sunday of the month. Weekly Young Jump has some sick shit in it. I think Weekly Young Jump has Mob Psycho in it. Or that could be Weekly Shonen Sundays, but I don't know. There's some cool stuff that's a part of Weekly Young Jump. Some other cool series. Maybe Vinland Saga even.
Well, I know they're published by Kodansha.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably not what to say.
Koda Yukimura.
Do you have like a favorite JoJo game? Do you play any of the games? I played the GBA JoJo game. I played I emulated the PS2 Part 5 like Bento Ario game. That game is sick. That game is fucking sick. I wish that game had like a versus mode. It would be played to this day. Like if they made a JoJo game, they should make it just look like that game and make it play like a sick like arena fighter. I played Eyes of Heaven and I played JoJo All-Star Battle. I didn't play All-Star Battle R, which is like the remake game, which has a slightly different battle system. That game looks sick though. I think I like the way the old ASB, like in terms of meta, the metas of the two games. I think I like the old game's meta better than the new game's meta. The new game is, I just like the old one better. But yeah, I think those games are all sick. Eyes of Heaven is the weakest, even though it has like the duo. It has like these cool like extra canonical like interactions with these ultimates because it's a 2v2 game. You could put like Dio and Poochie together and they fucking hold hands, and they kiss and all that kind of stuff. So it's like very heavy fan service, but the fighting system is not like that intelligent. Oh, I played JoJo. I think it's JoJo Last Survivor. Yeah, I played that when I went to Japan. It's got like Falcon controls for some reason. I thought I thought that was weird though. I was like, feels like this game shouldn't have that unless I'm like throwing like like rushes, but you don't do that. So it's like, all right. That game was kind of fun. I actually won as Jotaro. You get Jotaro like unless you have like a memory card. because you have to play accumulatively, and then you unlock more characters.
You know,
or
I
you
think
pay. Sorry.
You know, I think it'd be kind of a fire arcade game for JoJo, although it'd be a pretty easy gimmick, and it would be just a gimmick, really. The boxing bag, but like you.
Oh god, yeah. How strong's your rush? That should be just like, that should be just a fun like game that they should do. That'd become like a new staple. Like, let's see your aura rush.
Yeah, throw in some Muda.
That's what I'd be doing. Wanabe. That was, I mean, come on, that was easy. I also played what was that? The old arcade game. Yeah, there's an arcade game that's made by like Capcom or some shit.
No, not too many of the arcade games. Right?
Yeah,
a lot of them are like local Japan, right?
Yeah, this is the one that everybody plays on Fightcade. That's like still played at like Evo side stage. It's the one where it's like they have like bare infinites and shit, and like Pet Shop is super broken, like just totally broken character. Mm-hmm. I played like Shadow Dio on like Fightcade. It's like the Dio that hasn't been revealed yet. His face is all shadowed, and he has like a limited moveset. But he's got some interesting, It's like depowered Dio, and yeah, it's a cool game. That game was released in like 1999, and it has Silverchair and Strikewave in it. So like in that game, weirdly, there was like like the latest like shit that's been seen like animated outside of the manga in it. So for a while, it was super cool. Like Paul Nerf has like a counter super. Yeah, that was super cool. I liked. I like that game a lot. That game is super fun, and it's a fucking game. Just download Fightcade and download the ROM getter, and you can play that all night. There's a dedicated fan base playing that game every fucking day.
And number 5 on what would be my traditional ranking of top anime lists would be the mega franchise that is Mobile Suit Gundam.
Mobile Suit Gundam, I mean, yeah, you're coming out with some real fucking hitters right now. So, I'll give you my background in Gundam because I'm just starting to get into Gundam. So, I like Gunpla, it looks super fucking cool, and I really love, like, putting together and painting models and whatnot. That's kind of how I got into, like, tabletop Warhammer, as lately as I got into it. Because I was just walking into a Games Workshop and they gave me, like, the painting class, and I was like, this is fucking cool.
That's most of what my friends do. They don't like even play Warhammer for the most part. They just paint the stuff.
Yeah, it's insanely fun just to paint it. Yeah.
And my best friend's won like golden tickets for how good he's gotten at painting them.
I felt when I went to Japan, I really felt like I was left out because I was in Akihabara and I wasn't really into like Gunpla or anything like that. I played the Gundam Extreme Versus 2 arcade game. That game is just super fucking sick. I wish that game was international because I'd be playing that game. That game is super fucking fun.
Yeah, I fuck hard with the Dynasty Warriors Gundam games too.
Oh yeah, I've seen a ton of Gundam games over the years.
There's one, I think it was for Super Nintendo, and it was a Gundam wing fighting game. Like you were like the 5 mechs and like the tall geese as well and whatever for the Mobile Suit Gundam wing. And you could basically just like duel to the death with them.
That's fucking brilliant.
Yeah. It's fun.
I've only watched, I think I've watched maybe 20-ish episodes of Gundam. I believe it's called like X-79. It's like the first one. It's like got Amuro in it. It's like.
Do you just mean like Mobile Suit Gundam? Because like the original is just straight up called.
I think it's called Mobile Suit Gundam. I thought I heard something where it's like now it's called like Gundam like X-79.
Yeah, maybe they've like tried to differentiate it from the franchise as a whole by giving it a different name, but like that would make sense too because like it takes place in Universal Century 0079.
It's pretty good. So, of course, it's an older anime, so it kind of goes a bit slower, but I like it. I do like the aesthetic. I believe the last episode that I watched is the one where Amuro goes to, like, an outskirt-like planet. And there's a guy that's a former, like, member of, like, the Zeon Alliance, and he's got a Zaku, and he uses the Zaku, like, from time to time to, like, ward off international like invaders and stuff, just like ne'er-do-wells.
Yeah.
And he just protects the kids on the island, and then like he does all that shit. And I believe he like beats Amuro in like a duel. He's like, Amuro, you're just not as complete as me. Like, you're just not, like, you haven't completed your fucking arc yet. You're still a boy, bro.
You are not a Jedi.
He literally just hits him with, like, one of those, and Amuro's like, damn, he's like... Because Amuro's kind of a shit kicker himself. Like, yeah, like, he's kind of a shit... So he's, like, he doesn't really, like, accept that he lost or anything, or that he's lacking anything, but he was, like, you know, that arrogant guy is, you know, not that bad.
Well, the big
he
thing,
way.
that he lacked, right, because obviously, like, he's just a fucking teenager, so obviously he lacked this, right, is he lacked combat experience. Like, he had the whiz brain for mechanics and computers, and that's how he was so good in the Gundam. He was able to figure out the OS just, like, on the fly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he had background. I mean, he had his dad, but I believe
Of course, that's due to his like background as well, and I don't know if it's gone into exactly like what he is. Yeah.
So of what I've watched, like I know that new type shit comes up eventually, like stuff like that. But of what I've watched, they haven't talked about that. Amuro's just kind of like a little like prodigy kid right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna get into it. I see Gundam has some freaking fierce milfs. I've been seeing some of these fierce milfs, so that's gonna power me to keep heading on. Once I finish this original Gundam, I was looking at different charts to see like, yo, what should I see to get like the general understanding like of the universe and of what's popular, and then like jump around. A lot of people say watch Wing. A lot of people say watch Iron-Blooded Orphans. There's also like the Pocket Fighter one. There's like the one where it's like
in the pocket, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's the one where like, everybody likes that like MILF. I think the main character's mom or some shit, like the blue-haired girl or whatever. Yeah, that one where everybody's like, yo, the Pocket Gundam is cool too. I think I played like one of my favorite Gundams was actually one of the Pocket Gundams in Extreme Versus 2. I think he has like fire hands. He just like he literally does like a short Yukin. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty fucking cool. I get what this character's supposed to do.
No, my favorite entry within the Gundam franchise is within the main timeline of Mobile Suit Gundam within the Universal Century, and that is Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn.
Unicorn is the one where like the mech literally has the unicorn horn and everything.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, it's considered a pretty strong Gundam.
It starts out looking and it did kind of not appeal to a sizable portion of the Universal Century fans because it takes the new type stuff to like the paranormal, like basically fully to the paranormal degree.
I see. Like how so? Like give an example. Like I guess I don't really know even how the new type stuff is at the bottom, right? I just thought it was like psychic abilities, like slight precon.
It pretty much is, yeah. But like there's stuff where like you can like tap into consciousness and like.
Do they also have what I forget what that's called? It's called like I forget what it's. They can like read memory in objects, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I forget what that's called. There's a character in Gundam, which is one of my favorite mangas. That'd probably be on my taste profile, like Gundam. There's an OVA, but there's also the manga. There's a character. How am I forgetting his name? His name's Chaos. And he runs a radio, like a freedom radio and shit, and he kind of preaches against joining paramilitary groups and stuff like that. Like there's the gang that's up and coming called Barjack, and they're becoming like the biggest militia group. And their goal is to take down Zalem, which is the city that floats above like the Earth. Yeah. That's like super high tech, because the Earth is all destroyed. And
I read all of this part.
I gave you my collection. So I have the old Alita omnibus set, and I gave it to him. So you already know all about that. But yeah, so Chaos, his whole thing is he has an ancient katana and he can read memory in objects. Yeah. He's like the son of like Destiny Nova, who's like one of the prime scientists. And in Gundam, the scientists are very important. They're like very strong.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, they're definitely considered like top class.
Yeah.
They can pretty much do anything. Yeah, Chaos, because he has an ancient Japanese katana. Even though he's sickly and frail, like that's like his like that's his constitution. Wow. When he picks up the katana, he becomes just like a samurai, and he can like do all of like the fucking moves and shit.
It has the Bushido.
The
warrior spirit.
So that's what I thought. That's another ability that I thought the new types had. So I don't know if they have that, but I know that like it's some shit like that. Like I've seen a new type like touch some shit, and they're like, whoa, I know how to use it.
I think a lot of it really is just they tend to be very technologically inclined.
Is there like a machine like flesh like symbiosis like subplot here? Is there like a transhumanist message in Gundam?
Well, I don't. They go into it in several series, and like I don't want to spoil which ones because like, but they do it in different ways in each too. Like in
makes sense, yeah.
In one, for example, the main pilot because he's like so because he's so linked into the psycho frame of his mobile suit. Basically what happens is like his consciousness like fully merges with it, and like crystals split out of the suit and shit, and they have to like basically like snap him back to reality, and like
proper. I love a man who's absorbed in his toys.
But then in other ones you'd have it where like it just like it just drains your life force. Yeah. Or
the mech itself drains your life force?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
is it because the mech is doing that maliciously, or is that because it demands so much of you to pilot it?
It's specifically it's just such a load on the brain.
Okay.
Because like it's taking the precog that the pilot might have already and just cranking right into it.
Let's see.
And then there is another one where like the body linked to the machine is much more literal, in that like the character is like no limbs, just like stubbies, just stuck into sockets in the machine.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, on some Ava shit.
Yeah.
I mean, God, yeah, of course that was gonna exist.
Yeah.
Like, I imagine there'd be like some group in like a Gundam verse that like finds a new type and they like, clone the new type and then they like amputate it and put it in a bunch of like drone Gundams and shit. Like, they just have like a.
I don't know if they've necessarily gone that far, but there are series like the main one that is on Netflix right now, which like I'd probably rank like 6th or 7th of the Gundam series that I've watched. It has like a whole subplot of like the new types in that universe. A lot of them are like cloned. Like there's like the CRISPR baby shit.
Oh, are they cloned or are they genetically engineered?
A bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah. And but no, Gundam Unicorn I really like. The drip is a big part of it. The mechs are extremely drippy.
In which part?
In Gundam Unicorn.
Gundam Unicorn. Yeah, Gundam Unicorn seems to be like really high. It seems to be like Gundam Z.
The animation again too. It's like, well, like with a lot of newer Gundam too. Like new Gundam is like heavily realistic looking, and but no, it's also like it's a good capstone too to like a lot of what happens in the Universal Century. And then of any of the stuff with the main characters, the movie that comes before that is another entry I really like. Char's Counterattack.
Char's Counterattack. Yeah, Char as a character is very popular. I've seen them around. Even if you don't watch Gundam, if you stick around,
well,
in like
every
animation.
Every Gundam series too has a Char clone. Like there's like different parts of each Gundam series that kind of mirror
it's like
each other.
A Dio analog or some shit, or like a Char face.
Well, yeah, effectively he's just like if you took Dio and mixed him with Darth Vader and a colonial Brit.
I mean, I'd say that Dio's already on one.
Then
it's fucking sick.
I also really like the mechs in Char's Counterattack. They are obviously the most advanced of the main characters of the timeline's mechs. Like Char's got his Sazabi, which has like the funnels that come out of the back, and funnels are really cool because they're like remote guns controlled by your mind.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
So that it would have like the latest
the
of
new,
like
the new Gundam that Amuro has those too, but I don't like it as much because his design. Well, they change it for a spin-off of Char's counterattack, where the funnels are like wings on the back of the new Gundam, so they're symmetrical. Whereas with the original design of the new Gundam, they're just stacked on his back, like in a line.
some real like military ad hoc shit.
Kinda, yeah. Whereas with the Suzabi, they are just on either side, like symmetrical looking.
Jersey Shard just focuses on the drip.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
I mean, Char's always fucking drip.
I mean, yeah, he seems like that kind of character,
Yeah.
right? It's not enough that I should
He's,
succeed, others should fail, and I should look great while doing it.
He's pulling a U. He's wearing a mask to hide his face.
I mean, yeah, I mean, this is what the cool do. I mean, there's inherent mystery to it. He's just constantly trying to get one up on anybody.
Then another Gundam I really like is Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt. That's another new one. It's got a lot of like World War I kind of vibes to it, but there's also like there's a really neat thing that they do with the animation where there's a concept in it where one of the pilots both of the main adversary pilots in the story are listening to different soundtracks while they're fighting each other, and one of them is listening to freeform jazz. So in the animation for them fighting, all the beam rifle shots and everything are like timed to like the cymbal hits and like notes of the freeform jazz.
That's proper. That's super fun. I like
Yeah.
when shows do that.
Yeah.
That reminds me of kind of like there's this manga. It wouldn't make it on my taste profile because it's a little bit of a niche pick, but it's called Kuntash. In Japan, it's just known as Kuntash. It's serialized officially as Keep on Dreamin' of You, Kuntash.
Okay.
And I believe it's called something like Counter Shock when it was localized back in the day originally. But I don't think it got past the second volume before it got dropped.
I think I've heard the name.
Yeah, Countach is like the famous like Lamborghini like supercar. It's like it's kind of like the supercar, the Golden Arrow.
Okay, well
posters and
maybe
stuff like
that's
that.
what I'm thinking of. Then I'm not even.
Yeah,
thinking of
yeah.
show,
The
I'm
main
just
character,
thinking of
like he
Lambo,
drives
like,
a Countach for his car. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of
Okay.
like a car-centered like manga. But the main character, he has like a rival, and back before he has Countach, he drove a Toyota MR2, which is like my fucking favorite car of all time. And he races against some guy who's like from Europe, and he came to Japan because he heard there's lots of strong street racers. And then the main character, like, this is besides that, but it's like the main character's like, dude, it's like you came here at like the early 2000s, bro. He's like they put like speed bumps on all this shit. Like the crazy racing days are like gone, bro. Nobody even wants to rip the corners like that. Nobody wants to attack the corners like that anymore. So it's like our character's the last demon on the mountain pass. He faces some European kid who has like I believe he has a Lancia, which has like a Ferrari motor in it and whatnot. And they have like this epic race, and the main character is listening to like jazz, and the other guy is listening to like some sort of like contemporary music and shit. And they're like blasting the music. It's like influences the way they drive. And the main character, when he listens to jazz, he like powers the fuck up and shit.
Yeah,
it's
a
super
very,
fucking
very
fun.
similar concept. Yeah.
Yeah, so that reminds me of that from that manga. Countach, by the way, is literally being translated in English by like a team of like a few people, and like they're actually killing it right now. So shout out to those guys.
Then you mentioned
Scan Leader Group.
You mentioned Iron Blooded Orphans as a Gundam series to get into. That would be the fourth on my Gundam list, or like fourth or fifth, because just right above that would be the new one that came out, which is Witch from Mercury.
I heard of that one.
It's got a whole plot line involving like. A lot of people might look at it and think it's like modern and like putting modern politics into it and stuff, because there's like a whole thing where like two girls end up as a couple.
Some Yuri.
Yes,
Cool.
but and it's kind of unfortunate that they did this. They dropped that plot line, or just didn't focus on it after a little bit. I think I heard it was like at the behest of like Chinese markets. Because Chinese markets didn't want Yuri.
Yeah, I guess.
But then the whole reason, though, that they became a couple in the first place is because the second girl, the one who the main girl ends up becoming engaged to, she has a fiance already who's a pretty good pilot, but he's like a super abusive dick towards her.
Okay.
So she like stands up for her new friend and beats him, and then she becomes engaged to her because she won her in the duel.
Shit. Yeah, it's kind of like the rose duels from like Revolutionary Girl.
Yeah,
Where it's like
yeah.
if you become like the Rose Prince,
Yeah,
you become
exactly.
engaged to like Enfi, like she's like the Indian girl with the purple hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty fire. That's pretty
Yeah.
fire.
But then I would say Iron-Blooded Orphans would come kind of after that because, like, I don't know, I rate the dueling and, like, the whole, like, literally win your lover's heart vibe
I
of
also
Witch from
respect that.
Mercury. And also the opening's a banger, too. But it's by Yoasobi, so...
Oh, they're the ones who are like. That song where it's like supposed to be super happy but it's super depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they did that Idol song.
Yeah.
How's that one go? Sing that one, bro.
I couldn't, because
It's like
it's got rapping in the beginning, right? No, something like that. Oh, they did the free run opening too.
I think I watched the free run opening once and then I skipped it every
Such a good
time.
opening.
If I'm like if it's the last episode of the anime,
Although I like the
before go to
ending
bed,
more, I think,
maybe.
actually. The ending I really like.
I think I might like the ending more as well. Did you watch the little free run sideshow they did? I think it's like Maho Maho or some shit is what it's called.
I
like,
know, I haven't.
It's like a short, like 3-minute like comedy. I actually watched all of it. It's pretty funny. Yo, have you watched Slime? Fucking Slime Isekai?
I've heard for a lot of the stuff I'd really like it, but I
I
haven't.
think you'd like it. I've watched all of it that's out. I've read up to a certain bit of the manga adaptation. I believe it's a web novel, and the novelization is like is after, and then the manga is like an adaptation of the novel, not the web comic, and it's pretty decent. The anime has a side anime that's just about like cozy vibes in the village. Dude, it's probably like one of the best animes that came out that year, bro. There's like episodes that like Milim, like the dragon princess, has with the main character Rimuru, and I was just like, dude, it's too cozy, bro. It's too wholesome.
Nice.
Like,
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't get that from Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans.
I mean, Iron-Blooded Orphans. I'm not coming here for coziness.
Yeah, no, it's one of, if not the grittiest of the Gundam series I've seen. Super gritty, and like I can't remember if like beam weapons just don't work well in the lore for this one, but like they're definitely not used much, and the main guy doesn't use them at all. He basically just like bludgeons his enemies with like giant mauls and like
That's a banger, though.
yeah.
I mean,
And the
death by bludgeoning is pretty brutal. So
the mech designs in that one too are like super unique for Gundam. Like they're very different from most of the other stuff that's come out, and I really like the uniqueness of their look. Except actually though, there's one that's coming out just now, which I think is one that should really have your eye kept on, and that's I don't even know how to say it. It's Mobile Suit Gundam G, and then there's like 14 U's after it, or it's like GQUUUX. It's like GQs or GQs or something.
it's on some new shit.
Yeah, but the big thing that you should really keep your eye on in regards to that is it's being done in collaboration with Hideaki Anno.
Oh, okay.
So it's gonna be like a Gundam meets Ava potentially. Like,
I mean, that sounds super fucking sick. That's definitely something that I want to keep my eye on. I'm not sure if this is Gundam, but I believe like one of the lead designers for Pokemon. Did they work on like a Gundam thing as of late, or they worked on something?
I wouldn't be
something
surprised.
popular.
They're like two of the biggest anime franchises out there, right? And Pokemon is, as far as I'm aware, still like the biggest selling media franchise in the world.
Bro. Yeah, there's a Pokemon anime. I want to fucking show you this that came out like a while back. It's called like Pokemon like Hotel or something, or Pokemon Resort. And it
Sounds
looks
wholesome.
sick. Yeah.
Sounds super wholesome.
It's all done in like stop motion, I believe. And it just looks super fucking cute. It reminded me of.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the
Pokemon Concierge?
Yeah,
I'm supposed to start working here today.
It's
My
like,
name is Haru.
It's kind of like your claymation, stop motion
Welcome
claymation.
to
Yeah,
the place. Our job is to take care of these Pokemon.
No, but I saw this. This is the last Pokemon thing I've seen. I haven't watched all of it, but I watched majority of it, and like this is just a feast for the eyes. Like,
Be careful putting too much of this into DMCA and shit, probably.
I know. I mean, I can just edit it afterwards as well. It's not too serious, but like, yeah, this is a unique look. This is like, this is kind of like what I'd be wanting to see from Pokemon at this point.
Yeah.
Just interesting stuff like that.
Yeah.
Have you seen Beastars?
I've seen like the first 7 to 9 or so episodes of it, I think, or something.
Did you like the opening?
Well enough, yeah.
The opening is fucking sick, man. I wish the whole show looked like that. If the whole show looked like that, maybe I wouldn't have dropped the anime.
Yeah.
I read the manga up to a certain point, but the manga fell off super soon for me. As soon as Legoshi was like dodging bullets against like the Shishigumi with like literally M16s and AK-47s, I was like, all right, the plot has lost itself.
Left the building 3 blocks ago.
I'm pretty sure the mangaka who made that is like Baki, the guy who made Baki's daughter. Baki the Grappler.
That would make a lot of sense.
And freaking, I think her name's Paru Itagaki, and she worked on this other project called like Bota Bota, and like if you guys have read Bota Bota, that's just like, that really is. I feel like that's some like, I don't. What's the current like era in Japan? She's on some Reiwa like female mangaka shit. Like that's what I'll say about that. That's what I'll say about like Bota Bota.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun. It attracted me though. The art style is really great. Her art style is really fun. It reminds me of like kids' books in like North America, like kind of like Robert Munch style stuff like that. Yeah. I really like that. Like early Legoshi looked super sick. His design was great. Like when he was more scraggly and like lanky, and then he kind of filled out. Right, he did the training, and then he kind of just looked like a furry like fever dream.
Yeah. Well. If you're going for Anthro Wolf, I do generally think that's the better way to go with it.
Yeah, to be super jacked instead of being super like lanky and shit.
Yeah.
Have you seen Hunter's Guild? It's an Axe manga. It's kind of niche, but have you seen Hunter's Guild Red Hood?
I think I've seen images of it, like looking online, because I had like an idea of like using like one of the shepherds that I've lived with that kind of looked like a wolf as like the big bad wolf in a Red Riding Hood thing.
Yeah, Red Hood, Hunter's Guild Red Hood.
I've seen.
Yeah, Axe manga, but one of the goated Axe mangas, along with Ayashimon, bro. But that we'll talk about that after. Red Hood had some pretty sick designs. It's very like folky. I liked it. Yeah, let me see the wolf designs. The werewolf designs in Red Hood I thought were very cute.
They look very creepy pasta puppet kind of like.
Yeah, I thought like I was like,
okay, they get a little weirder then.
Yeah, they're kind of like the same way they describe like the zombie virus in Resident Evil, where it can almost be anything. It's like werewolves in this verse can pretty much be anything.
Yeah.
But I really liked this kind of more folky kind of like style that they did for some of the characters, especially like the werewolf characters. Like, look how goofy that werewolf character looks. It's kind of like reminiscent of like Soul Eater. What's that guy's name? Akusani something.
Gege.
I don't think Gege.
No.
The guy who makes Soul Eater.
Well, no, you said Akutami, and my thought was Gege.
Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm sorry, bro. The only reason I ever was even reading up on it and keeping up with it was because I really liked keeping up with any of the manga that won their Jumpstart campaigns or like did really well in them, because I wanted to see, because I thought it was a really rare chance for manga to like get serialized and get noticed. So that's cool. I'll check out some of these. And Cursed Technical High School was one of the shorts when it was like Yuta, right, the other character. And I read that and I was like, oh, Jumpstart Campaign, this is really cool. And that's why I was like, oh, Jujutsu Kaisen is like a continuation from that verse.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking sick. So that's why I was into it initially.
And then it falls off.
It falls off, but I feel like the fan base ruined it. Like, it's just, it got so popular. Mans were like gassing. Well, like, the one thing that bothered me was how much people were gassing up Gojo and the cross-verse fights and stuff and the cross-verse scaling. I was like, he's a shitter in his own verse, guys. He's a setup piece. You already know he's gonna die from day one. I was like, every time there's an invincible character in a manga, they're just a giant setup piece.
No.
Like, eventually they will get power cliffed and they will be, like, weak as fuck in their own verse.
No.
Yeah, usually. If they're written, like, well.
No. I think he was only, like, my third favorite of the guy characters in that show anyway, third or fourth.
Yeah, I mean, not to say Gojo isn't cool, but, like, I like, what's the other guy? The guy who uses the twisted inverted sphere. The guy who has, like, no cursed energy. What's his name? Zenin Toji? Yeah, Toji. Yeah, I thought Toji was cool. I liked his attitude. I liked his handler too. Those are some cool characters. And then other than that, Sukuna. The only characters I liked was pretty much just Sukuna. And Toji, I guess.
To me, him and Itadori are they are the same, technically. Like,
yeah, I like it when I like it when Yuji goes a little heel. And then I like how, like, the presentation of when Sukuna is in, like, Yuji's body, he's very, like, Chad looking, and then as soon as he transfers to fucking other boy, fucking Ten Shadow Sasuke boy, whatever his fucking name is, like, you know what I'm talking about, the fucking black-haired kid who has the fucking shadow dogs.
Fushiguro.
Fushiguro, he immediately becomes twinkish and twink energy and starts wearing, like, robes and shit. I was like, yeah. You gotta get that Fujoshi fucking expression.
He's actually another one of the favorite characters of mine, because, well, I mean, like, I'm kind of biased. Like, I've had dogs that look like demon dogs.
True. You do rate the characters with the dog and or wolf summons. For me, Fushiguro is a fucking bottom tier character. I like pretty much every character more than I like Fushiguro. Fushiguro and Gojo is like, I literally like.
Well, yeah, I'm putting bias into saying that, like.
I mean, and that's totally fine. That's totally fine. But like,
but like for overall, like I do think I'm on.
I think that shitter kid who never opens his fucking eyes, like he's got like the housewife eyes, and he just does the blood jutsu, but on a super shit tier level, like compared to like the other family, and then like the curse, like the death paintings all fucking have it. He's got like the shittiest fucking like blood jutsu. I think that guy's cooler than Fushiguro. To be honest. I mean, Fushigoro's I think his elephant has a cool design.
Yeah.
I think his elephant has a cool design.
I
think Mahoraga obviously has a cool design. Too bad he never really actually gets to use it. He just uses a ritual for it. Like, he never actually gets to use it. Like, it's just Sukuna using it. Yeah. I mean, shout out to Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah. We haven't gone into your top 5 at all.
Not really. I mean, JoJo's, well, JoJo's probably going to make it in mine. That's why I feel like we talked about JoJo for a bit. For me, I just kind of want to throw in like a curve, like from what we've been talking about so far. I mentioned Kuntash before. I really like that manga. Fucking Initial D, I think, is up there for me. Initial D is like a big taste profile thing.
With Kuntash in there, you've got the other car show, Initial D.
I mean, yeah, Kuntash wouldn't be on my taste profile. I feel like Kuntash is too niche.
Nah,
there's too many pages of just like, oh, look at this cool old Ferrari manual. Like, we actually have it scanned and we have it here in the manga. The author's now going to meta commentate on how cool this manual is. Like, but Initial D is an actual story. Kuntash has a story, but Kuntash is clearly just for fucking heads, right?
Yeah,
you want to gush about like specific cars. Whereas like Initial D has like a concise aesthetic of being about kind of like Japanese street racing, like in like the fucking 90s and shit, like early 90s. Even though Initial D does break some of the timeline stuff, especially later on, it just kind of like serves the narrative, so there can be more cars than just having the same cars over and over again. But I like that they go into the cars, but they don't go too much into the cars. There are some like car mangas that like they go extensively into the cars. Like Countach is more like this, where it's like one of the arcs they literally are building like a De Tomaso Pantera.
They show
and it's like it's a lot.
They show you the specific fucking bolts that go into the brake
Literally, with this like De Tomaso, they literally go into the bolts and shit that needs to go into this car, like the measurements and everything. It's super heady stuff like Countach, and stuff like SS Special Stage and all that kind of stuff. There's another cool fucking car manga that's called Overrev, where the main character is like this really cute girl that drives an MR2. Nice. I love Toyota MR2s, so it's like any MR2 fucking manga character is gonna like be something that I fucking adore. But Initial D, dude, the music in Initial D and how they match the music with the races is like a huge part of the enjoyment. Like the Eurobeat is actually a banger. I've driven so much, shifting gears for no reason just because of that good old Eurobeat.
And yeah, I mean, Initial D did like so much for the Eurobeat scene, especially like within Japan. And
oh yeah.
I mean, it was obviously going to pop off as well, just as music in general. Because like, I mean, you get stuff like Eiffel 65, they're Eurobeat, technically.
Yeah. Yeah,
that shit was inescapable.
The whole, I feel in Initial D they're very good at using like audio cues to like make the scene extra dramatic.
Yeah.
The plot line is pretty. I think it's pretty good up until like the mid-late until the late, then it kind of loses itself in just random duels until it comes to like the final set of duels. But I especially like, for me, like I would say Initial D, like I'm talking about like first to third stage. The first stage to the third stage, the first two stages are like full like anime seasons. I believe they're like 24 episodes each, something like that. And then third stage is a movie. And first to third stage, I think if you put them all together, is like actually a 10 out of 10. Like the plots are cool, the characters are all cool, the characters are like balanced, like they do like a good job at like building the world, and they have like, keep in mind in this universe it's supposed to be like the real world, so there are some like real characters in it and stuff like that. Like they're not necessarily called their full names, they're usually called by their last name or their first name, just to like avoid using their full name. So there's lots of like interesting throwbacks. There's the main character Takumi is like he's like a weird like reserved character. So anytime you get him to like emote, like it's very special in the story. Like you really know like the events that are happening are like actually impacting him because he's very stone-faced kid, very stone-faced, very silent. Like his like mother dies like earlier on, so it's like you can just see like he's kind of like a kid. He's a bit more like like
going through the rough
solitary. Like he's solitary, but he's not like irresponsible. Like he's taking like responsibility. Like he works for his dad. He's been working for his dad. That's how he builds like his driving skills early on. Yeah, I think Initial D is something where it's like, even if you're not into cars, I think you'll enjoy first to third stage. If you like romance, you will fucking love Takumi's first romance in this series.
Okay.
It is wild. His romantic subplot is wild. Like,
I definitely do like some romantic stuff. I mean,
if you watched it initially, and you know I'm talking about Mogi, bro. Why did they do my man Takumi like that? I'm telling you though, the romantic plotline is crazy, and there's different romantic plotlines that are like even crazier. Like the author was like, "Yo, when we add romance, we're gonna make it like on some other shit." There's some head turning moments in like the romance in this show, dude. You have to watch it, but like I'm telling you, like bro ends up going out bad, bro.
I think
saves it in the end.
If you know me, when it comes to romance anime, I like my very bittersweet or depressing stuff. You're like key stuff like Clannad.
Oh, do you like
cracks my top 30. It's like 19th on my top 30 or something.
How am I forgetting this? You know the one where the boy plays piano?
Your Lie in April, yeah.
Yeah, Your Lie in April. Have you watched that?
Yes, that's on my list too. It's like 22nd.
This one isn't necessarily sad, but it's kind of more of like a treacherous romance. Have you seen Sangatsu no Lion?
March comes in like a lion.
Yeah.
I've heard that like
it's
anybody who likes Your Lie in April, I've heard from some people it's better. I don't know.
Oh, it's better. I think it's better. I haven't seen all of Your Lie in April, but like I've seen a lot of it, and then my sister was watching it, and I was glimpsing some of the end stuff that I haven't seen.
I think like it'd be slightly harder for me to get into, but like if it is better, according to like whoever, then maybe I would like it more. But like the concept behind what it's about is a lot less like the concept that pulls me in, because like Your Lie in April is about like kids who are deep into music, right?
Yeah.
Whereas March Comes In Like a Lion is about shogi, and I'm like, I don't play shogi.
Yeah, I feel like it might be a turnoff if you're not into shogi. Luckily, I was baptized more into shogi through like having to play shogi for achievements in like Yakuza. And also like I've read this other shogi manga. I've read like a few sometimes. I've dropped some shogi manga, but it's called 81 Diver.
Yeah.
Super good manga. I'm not gonna say it's a 10 out of 10, but holy shit, it's sitting in the void, right? Super good shogi manga. Like I think even if you don't like shogi, you'll learn how to play it through reading this manga a little bit. They also give you tips, but the narrative is super great.
I've never really played, right? Because like a lot of board games, even that I'm more exposed to, like chess, even like I have like a middling interest in playing that at times. Whereas like,
I agree.
Anything I don't have much exposure to, I'm just like another board game.
I mean, yeah, I would rather play Street Fighter than chess.
Yeah.
Like that's honestly how I feel about it. Yeah, shogi's interesting, but yeah, I'm not super. It's like I'm not gonna get super deep into it. But if it's like if it's a fun narrative, that's different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, March Comes In Like a Lion is fucking amazing. So I've only watched a few episodes of the anime, but I've read majority of the manga. I think it's still coming out. Dude, the manga's drawn so well. The manga's drawn really well. I really like the older sister character. She's sick. You know. I'm Captain Save-A-Ho when it comes to her. Not saying that she's a hoe, but like I'm saying, you know, I'm gonna swoop in. It's not gonna be that hard. Me and main character are gonna handle it.
You're gonna give her the double trouble.
No, he likes the youngest sister.
Okay.
Or no, the middle sister, not the youngest sister.
Okay.
The youngest sister's like 7 years old.
Okay, yeah, that'd be some like I'm calling the police stuff.
But it wouldn't be out of the normal for like a random manga about shogi.
Yeah.
Especially a manga about shogi. Oh, yeah, so I Goes in Alliance. Yeah, art style is just really great. Illustrator, manga guy. He does a good freaking job. No, but freaking for like another one of my taste profile, I said Gundam. I have to throw Gundam in there, even though there's only like an OVA from like the late '90s. That's like kind of like an abridged version of like an arc.
Mm.
I think it delivers the aesthetic of at least like the first half of the Alita pretty well.
Yeah.
It's sad that it will never get an adaptation in its day because it could have looked so good back in the day. But if they do it now, unless they put a lot of money and they specifically try and make it look like it has a retro aesthetic, I don't think it can look the same. I just don't think like, I mean, your opinion might differ. I just don't think the way they like animate like machines and stuff, like the Sakuga, I just don't think they have like enough like frames of like good shit as they did in the past. Like I don't think that if you brought out a Gundam anime now, unless like they literally like they had so much funding and they literally wanted to make the best fucking anime ever.
Yeah, and I think a big part of why like Gundam Unicorn is so high on my list, as I mentioned, was the animation, but like the reason like the Sakuga is so good in that, and just the animation in general, is like there are 7 episodes and they took like 6 months to a year each.
Proper, yeah, good time.
Yeah, hour-long episodes, but they're like putting in like half a year's worth of work into just the one fucking episode.
I mean, when I look at modern magical girl anime, unless it's a comedy like gushing over magical girls, I won't even consider watching it because it just doesn't look as good as like Cardcaptor Sakura or freaking doesn't look as good as Sailor Moon. Like, there's a lot of these shows where it's like it just doesn't look as good. Madoka is of course from later, and Madoka does a good, but Madoka looks good in like a Fate Stay Night Ufotable kind of way, where it's like if you're gonna do modern anime, at least make it look kind of clean. Like Ufotable made it look kind of clean. Some people say they overuse effects and bloom and stuff like that, but like they made it look clean. It looks better than a lot of anime from that era that's trying to go about that aesthetic.
Fate's super clean too, for the most part.
Yeah. Have you seen the Studio Dean Fate?
Yeah, the 2006 one, yeah.
Yeah. So that one's a bit more accurate to the actual like visual novel aesthetic.
To the aesthetic, yes. To the plot line, no.
To the plot line, no. But to the aesthetic, yes.
What they were trying to do with the plot line was take all 3 of the roots from the original visual novel and put it into one.
Yeah.
so it kind of like conflicted. And of course, it especially conflicted when like it was also like a dating sim originally. So like, how you can have all 3 girls the main love interest.
By being a G, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I suppose.
yeah, you end up with the weird abridged stuff, right?
Yeah. But then one thing I really like about the old Fate Stay Night too, though, and it's a thing that I think it might capture better than the new stuff. When you compare it to the visual novel as well, is the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is the soundtrack. It's got like a super cold and eerie soundtrack with like...
Sorry, the old ones or the new
The
one?
old one.
Yes, the old one.
It's got like that
my
late
God.
90s, early 2000s, like dungeon synth almost.
Yes.
Like,
So much dungeon synth. Like when the characters are talking and shit too, like when Gilgamesh and Saber are talking at the end of their fight. So dungeon synth blasting in the background.
yeah. Although the animation as a whole and the epicness of the new stuff is definitely much higher.
Oh yeah, of the new stuff, I think my favorite show is Lord Elmello's Case Files.
Oh yeah.
After that is probably Fate Stay Night, Zero or Fate Zero.
Fate Zero, yeah.
And then after that is yeah, that's probably my top 2 favorites, to be honest. And then it's like, yeah, Unlimited Blade Works was pretty clean. Like, I like that one. Heaven's Feel, of course, looks really fucking good. Like, I think the animation looks really good. I just don't like Sakura as much as, like, everybody else.
That's entirely fair.
I like Rin. Like, Rin is the best. I think Saber is, like, a total, like, fairy tale. Like, that romance. I think Rin is, like, the most realistic. I think Sakura is, like, Captain Save-A-Ho.
Well, I have 5 of the characters from Fate Stay Night tattooed on my leg.
Which ones?
I have. I'm not showing the camera. I'm not pulling my pants off for the camera. Demonetized.
But you could. No, they're on social.
No, I have Saber, Shiro, Kirei, Rin, and Sakura.
Okay.
And Saber's half colored, Shiro's fully colored, Kirei's fully colored as well. And then Sakura and Rin aren't. But like, I kind of like with the vibe of what I have now. I think even uncolored, the Rin might be my favorite.
Yes.
The way the artist drew her is just like, she's got a very like, he captured her intelligence well.
Robert.
Yeah.
And if you could be summoned as a class, which class would you want to be summoned as?
I mean, if I could be any of the heroic spirits.
No, that's not what I asked. We can move on to that next, but if you had to be summoned as a class, which class? With just purely the archetype of the class.
I mean, leaning into it as a whole. I mean,
You want me to say mine first?
Archetype of a class. I mean, caster kind of fucks because like you're doing the spells, but you kind of have magic anyway. So I think for me, it'd probably be either Saber or Lancer.
Nice. So for me, it's definitely caster.
Nice.
I think caster has proven to be the slipperiest class, time after time.
Can be for sure.
I mean, it really depends on what hero you are.
Yeah.
But like, it kind of just seems like even if you're a caster, like you just have the best. Like you yourself, you can use as like an object to cast upon. Like
Well,
you literally use like pieces of your being. So like the caster is just like it's built to be the ultimate glass cannon.
And so of the ones you've seen and that you've really liked then too, like you've seen like Zero and Stay Night then obviously. So like the casters in that you get Jidore in Zero. And
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I
Medea.
liked him and his master in that part.
Medea and Fate Stay Night.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the rule breaker, pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, self-spoken.
I like how until her hood's down, you don't realize she's got the elf ears.
Yes, she's a cutie.
Yeah.
She really is.
But no, for me, like
Is she the cutest girl in that part? She might be.
Stay Night.
Yeah.
I mean, jeez.
I like Myron, but
there's Ryder too.
I know,
with
but
the purple hair and the
Ryder's cute. Don't get me wrong, but he is also a little cute, and she's a little bashful. She's got a cute personality.
Yeah.
She's definitely down. She's super loyal.
For sure.
But okay, we'll move on to what heroic spirit. So I picked Caster, you picked Lancer or Saber. You didn't even choose one right now, Lancer or Saber.
It would probably be Saber.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like, going into battle, like, as a Lancer would kind of be more like the OP thing you do, right? Because you've got the range and, like, technically an easier weapon to use as a Lance, right? But there's also a big thing within Fate's lore of, like, your Lancer's almost always guaranteed to die, if not first. Like, it'll be heroic for sure in some way usually, but...
It's true. If I wasn't going to be a caster, I'd probably be an archer, and simply because of the independent action ability that they have, I think that that's an ultimate long play in Grail War. But I think that caster, like, if you're of the caster class, I was just saying just based off the archetypes, but I think if you're of the caster class, you're most likely to be born or to be summoned with something that the other classes have a hard time dealing with unless they have a specific negate.
Yeah. And then a thing that kind of would make me lean more towards the Saber over the caster. Well, main character energy, so like, fucking obviously, who doesn't want to be the guy rolling in? Also, in terms of what I had the most training with, in terms of like any like weapons in like medieval martial arts, the longsword is what I've had the most training with.
I've had zero training with any swords or anything. I would like to learn some dagger craft.
Still a better fighter than me, though, I would say, because, I mean, obviously you've done years and years of BJJ, and I am not the best at any grappling or
coming
anything
up on
like
2
that.
years, yes. I'm undefeated in competition. I am the grapple king, as some would say.
Lucky.
Sorry, no relation to the current king, Gordon Ryan.
Yeah. But then, another thing, too, is just like with the vibe in particular of the way the Sabers fight within Fate, like, again, it lends to the whole heroicness of it.
Yes, fucking hate me a goody two shoes. Hate me some knightly order.
You don't even have to be goody two shoes. It's just like stepping in and putting down the fucking bad dude. Like, you can be kind of bad yourself, too, but, like, stopping shit from going too AWOL, you know?
You know, it is what it is. Okay, let's pick servants. What servant would you be that's been summoned? This is not counting, like, Grand Order or anything. This is just counting, like, the written Fate parts that are out that aren't any written campaigns in Grand Order.
Okay. Well, then... Are you fine if we're leaning into spin-offs like Apocrypha?
Yeah, I'll count Apocrypha, you can do that. Just know, if you really want to do fake Khalid or whatever, like that magical girl shit, if you want to do that, you can go ahead and do that, but like, I'm just saying no Grand Order right now. We can ask Grand Order afterwards, because I know which one I'll be.
Yeah. Well, I think I would have to say Siegfried.
So you rate Siegfried that hard, eh?
Yes. He is the Saber of Black. He is very heroic. He is a very strong fighter. And he gets the clap ruler. He gets those John cheeks.
Okay, is it Sieg or Siegfried? Because Sieg is like the homunculus, right?
Yes,
it's like
but he's not a
empowered.
heroic spirit until he's Siegfried. And also, like,
Like, does he... Okay, but are we talking the Siegfried that gave his heart, or the Siegfried that is, like, created from the homunculus, like, later on?
How are they... They become the same being, though. Like...
I guess it's kind of like a takeover kind of situation,
he's embodying him, but, like,
Because why does he get to claim clapping ruler?
Well, they're very similar. The two of them are very similar in vibes. It's just like, as a homunculus, Sieg is obviously weak, right? Until he takes on the dragon heart, or what have you, Siegfried.
Yeah, takes on some Frankenstein electricity.
Yeah. But, I mean, I think, realistically, either of them have just as much of a claim to being the romantic interest of either, because, like, in the end, right, like, sure, in the end they don't end up in the most ideal situation, but effectively Sieg walks off with Letitia, right, who Jean is possessing, but then, like, the actual heroic spirits are Jean and Siegfried.
I mean, I respect the Siegfried choice. Who would I pick out of all the parts?
Also, like, I like his back lore, too. Like, the whole Nibelungen lead with, like, killing Fafnir, getting doused in his blood, and now you can hear birds, and you're the fucking chosen one, but you fucking die a martyr's death and shit.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It is pretty... It is pretty brutal.
Yeah.
God, which one would I be out of all of them? I feel like I'm really trying hard not to say Gilgamesh right now. I'm really trying hard not to say Gilgamesh right now.
I could honestly, I mean, I think a lot of people would pick him as well, because, I mean, he's the guy who has all the treasures of the world.
It's literally like the ultimate power fantasy to, like, say, yo, I'd be Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
I really like Lancelot from Fate Zero.
Yeah.
He has a super cool aesthetic. The fact that he can, like, master any weapon that he gets his hands on.
Yeah. And things that aren't even weapons become weapons.
Yeah, it's super sick. When he gets the jet, I think that's super sick. Like, he's, in terms of pure aesthetic, like, he's up there for me.
Yeah.
But, like, I also like what's his name, Shiro the Ruler. Like,
it gives me a bit of a tearjerker at the end there, the Lancelot stuff. Shiro Amada Tokisada from Apocrypha, the other ruler.
Yeah, the other ruler. He's pretty cool as well. His abilities are pretty cool. Yeah. He's got the sauce. He's got probably. Well, I mean, you
effectively. I think a cool thing that's the deal with him is, like, it's combining Shiro and Kirei from the original storyline.
And I love that.
Yeah.
That is super sick. I thought that his design was super sick.
Yeah. Also, his servant, Semiramis, the assassin of Red.
Like, that's what I was saying. It's like, she's the best girl of that whole part, in my opinion. I rate her super high.
I can see why you picked that. I'm personally into the.
Make me Lancelot with my queen over here.
Yeah, no. Jean or Mordred for me.
Jean or Mordred. Yeah. I mean, I really like Mordred
also
too. I really like Mordred in the Daisy Dukes. That's a look right there.
Yeah.
I mean, Jean's cool. I like Jean Alter, right?
Yeah.
I like Jean Alter. I mean, what more is there to say? Especially her in the casual clothes.
That's going more into, like, Grand Order.
I know. But I already said who I picked. Best girl though, I mean, Semiramis. I just like her. I like the elf ears. I like the whole aesthetic.
The vibe.
I like that she's kind of she's supposed to be like an evil woman, right? Like evil alignment chick. Like, I prefer my evil ladies.
Shit, I'm horror Babylon.
I like the headstrong evil lady types.
Abomination.
literally Babylonians. The whole Hanging Gardens was a cool trump card.
Yeah, I like that too. I like the way they did that. I also I do rate the Lancers a lot in various series as well, and Apocrypha is one of them. I also like the Zero and Stay Night Lancers, but a lot of that is kind of biased based off heritage. Because the Zero and Stay Night Lancers are Irish, and I'm like half Irish, and then Vlad.
Yeah, I like Coop. He's super cool. Like, he has some really good variants in Grand Order as well. I think his Berserker form looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think his Berserker form is one of the best Berserker forms.
Yeah, with, like, the hood and the glowing red.
And for some reason he's just fucking deezed and way taller. Like, yeah, he looks super fucking cool. Yeah. Do you like his caster form?
I might be thinking of his caster form. Yeah, I totally.
He has the stuff.
Yeah, because he has like the hood and everything when he's the caster, and it's like
Yeah,
it's a very similar vibe to his berserker, but like there's no spear or anything.
Yeah.
From what I recall.
Yeah, the caster was interesting. I like how he's like, "Bro, next time summon me as a lancer."
Yeah.
That was like based. Oh, there's so many like meta classes and stuff like in Grand Order, like Ruler and like Avenger and all this kind of stuff. And all like these classes are so meta. I'm not really well read on them.
Well, there's one that's only come up once so far, and it was in the PlayStation game, like the original form for Fate Extra. And that class was called Saver.
Saver.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, basically like a savior. But obviously, because with the way like Fate works, there can't really be like Jesus as your savior, because like you're going for the Holy Grail, and like why would he fight for the Holy Grail? He'd have the claim to it.
Yeah.
But then no, the savior in Fate Extra is actually Gautama Buddha.
Shout out.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't Jesus like a spirit though? Like in like Grand Order, like he's already lined out.
I think he might be like canonically involved in some way, but also like there's the whole thing within most of Fate where like the Grail is corrupt. And, like,
Yeah.
So I don't know how like that would go. Like,
Yeah, I don't know how that would go because I think the Grail
he'd probably just show up purified.
The Grail
and
is
take it
obviously
away.
like a malfeasant thing.
Yeah.
So it's like he would just be like, "This is no Grail of mine."
Yeah.
Some shit like that. If I could pick any servant in Grand Order, I think I would be fucking like Archer Emiya Alter. I think that he's cool. I like that he gets the upgrade that he can now make guns.
Yeah.
He can manifest guns now. I feel like the fact that he overcomes his ability to make to not be able to make complex like machinery, I think that makes him one of the strongest characters. Essentially, like he was already considered pretty strong, like well tentatively strong in the right environment. But I feel like with his altered form, that like helps him out with a lot of his physical durability, physical prowess, and everything. And also he's able to like create like mass machinery. That's broken. I like his buzz. He also has like a variant where he's he's protecting like a Rin and shit. He's like obviously some like young Ojo character.
You know,
I like that artwork.
You know who the Emiya Archer Alter gives me vibes of?
Who?
Poochie.
He does kind of look like Poochie, and I'm a big Poochie fan. That's one of my favorite JoJo characters. So, yeah, I mean, he's super cool. I like fucking Kiara Sesuin. I kind of like that, like she's kind of like a false enlightenment type character. Yeah. Like, bro, she's gonna open your heart and booty hole chakra in the wrong way.
In the wrong order.
Yeah, so that's cool. I like that. Everybody's always like, "Oh, I like Saber Lily. I like Mash." I'm like, I like Kiara Sesu and get out of my way. I like adult women with hairy vaginas. I'm sorry.
I do like my sabers, and I do like my Saber Lily as well. But like, there's so many nice figures of her.
Oh yeah. I mean, listen. If there was a fighting game, I'd definitely have a pocket like Saber Lily, right?
I don't have any. I've only got I've got a Figma of the original Saber, and then I've got a 1/7 scale figure. That's one of the most expensive ones. That was made in a collaboration with who was like one of the artists for Metal Gear Solid.
No, that's better.
And it's Saber Alter.
Saber Alter's pretty cool. Yeah, the Alter characters are just, I like the blackened variants. It's very cool.
I also have I have an Nendoroid of Archer from Fate's Day Night.
Have you played Fate Unlimited Codes, the PS2 fighting game?
I haven't, but it seems like mad fun.
Oh yeah, I had to get it. I have it on emulator, and it's pretty fucking fun to play.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a fun game. Honestly, for the next thing on my list, like, I'm trying to go for, like, super general taste profile, so I'm saying Yu-Gi-Oh!
Nice.
even if you don't play the card game, the show is so much fun.
Yeah.
There's so many fun arcs in the original, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. And if you go past, like, GX has a great story, 5Ds has a great story that's not nearly as long as the first two. So, I mean, I like the original a lot, but I really like Yusei. Yusei is like my favorite protagonist from 5D, so it's hard for me not to say like 5D is my favorite part. But yeah, I like the card game quite a bit, even though I'm frustrated with some of like the meta choices and whatnot. Like, you know, who isn't when it comes to like a game that they play a lot. So Yu-Gi-Oh's definitely in there for me. The music in Yu-Gi-Oh is really fucking great. If you like the dungeon set, like Yu-Gi-Oh is fucking filled with dungeon set. It's filled with all these types of like very Victorian sounding tracks as well. Like,
and I think too though, like if you have kids and you want to get your kids into like a fairly heady anime, then Yu-Gi-Oh is a pretty good way to start. Like, obviously, like the English dub at that point, but that's because like if you're going back to like localized Japanese, then there's like a whole bunch of stuff that they censored out in the English version.
Yeah.
Like some characters, like Dark Magician Girl, will have your more scantily clad, and then like there's no Shadow Realm in the original Japanese because the characters just straight up die instead.
Yeah, there's no, like, they don't have, like, in the English voice, they do that thing where, like, they put that effect over their voice. All the evil characters are the characters that are possessed. Yeah, they don't do that in the Japanese. In the Japanese, they just have, like, I'm not sure if you watch 5Ds, but, like, when, like, Johan Anderson gets, like, possessed and shit, in the English dub, he sounds like a fucking demon. Mm-hmm. But in the original Japanese, he just sounds like a really sad, like, gay dude. Like... That was, I mean, it's fun. And each performance was great. Yeah. Each performance was great. Are you sub or are you dub? Because I think I know where you are and I think I have to slay you.
I grew up dub. And
Everybody grows up with a little bit of dub.
Well, I'm very much like, at the moment, I would say, like, I'm sub when there's no material of the dub. Because, like... obviously you want to catch up, right?
Yeah, what else are you gonna do?
But also, like, I kind of equally value both, like, the saves and the English voice actors for how they're doing the trade.
Yeah.
And also,
sorry, I don't respect the English voice actors as much, though. I have to say that, though. Sorry, continue.
Okay. Well, what was I going to say? Also, too, though, a thing I like to do, particularly if I'm watching on Netflix, though, and this might be even more heretical, is I watch dub and sub at the same time.
So you just watch a scene and then you're like, let's see it in Japanese.
Not even. It's like, I'll watch the English dub with English subtitles.
The English... What? The English dub with English subtitles?
Yes.
I mean, yeah. I guess if you want like a literal translation.
Yeah. Well, and like half of what I'm doing too when I do that is like I'm trying to see like if they match.
Yeah. Because sometimes they can embellish and kind of localize different things and stuff like that. That's a big part of why I couldn't go back to dub with stuff like that. Just better translations.
Yu Yu Hakusho was really bad for that. I watched the English dub and the sub at the same time, and it was like there were whole things that just like weren't in there or were like entirely different. Like the English dub, Yusuke's attack is called Spirit Gun.
Yeah.
Whereas like in the sub it's Ray Gun, right? So it's like the pun with like Ray, like it's a Ray gun. Like,
Man.
But I don't know. I find though too like I've come around with like a lot of series as well in terms of like, you know, like watching like full on like Japanese with sub, or if I understand it well enough, just raw. Like there's some series I've watched.
When you dip into raw, that's when you know you're hitting the next level of weebdom.
Well, there's some series I've watched enough, right? Where like there's some series I've watched enough, right? Where I'm like, okay, I know what
they're saying. Yeah, I know what they're saying. So I'm gonna watch the raw, and I'm gonna just work off like pure just comprehension memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I've done that too, especially for like. When I was rewatching Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds a while back, I was watching the original Japanese version because Yu-Gi-Oh's a one where you have, like you said, the dub and the sub pretty much has like some different subplots and stuff with how they edit it. was watching the original Japanese dub, and oh god, I just lost my fucking train of thought. Excellent. Well,
My Valentine.
there that goes.
My Valentine.
My Valentine is sick. I like my freaking. I like my Akiza. Akiza Zinski. Or Akiza Yayoi, I think is like her name in like the sub. She's super bad. She's super bad. But yeah, I think original Yu-Gi-Oh probably has the baddest chicks. But yeah, 5Ds has Akiza, which is like badder than all of them combined. And she's got like psychic powers, and she has like an emo psychic power form. And she has like a sick witch outfit. I mean, how can you beat that? And she has a motorcycle outfit.
Nice.
Kind of endgame, right? Like,
Yeah.
no, bro. I'll show you this fucking character, bro. No, this character is super sick. You've seen Code Geass, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this character feels like they're kind of based off that one chick. What's her name? Colin
Stockfeld,
Kozuki?
or Colin Kozuki, depending on.
Yeah.
She eventually drops the Stockfeld because she's like, I'm not pretending, I'm Japanese.
I'm Japanese.
Oh, that's full on Colin Stockfeld or Kozuki.
I mean, yeah, like I said.
And I do have a poster of
sick.
Colin on my wall.
The motorcycle outfit. I mean,
That is full on like her Gurren pilot's outfit.
I mean, bro. She's low-key bad. Even though Colin has a crazy body, like Akiza, they went even crazier with the body. It's like, yeah, she's got a crazy mask and shit. I mean, come on. It's kind of horrifying, I'm not gonna lie. You guys seeing this, like, I like Black Rose Witch shit. It's pretty sick. I love me Black Rose Dragon for all the Yu-Gi-Oh players out there.
I'll be fine.
As of late, I've been playing Red Dragon Archfiend, though. I gotta combat all the people playing fucking, like, Blue Eyes.
I'll be fine.
I gotta remind them that it ain't Sweeto here. It ain't a Red Eyes Black Dragon that's coming after you. It's a Tyrant Overfiend. I mean, excellent. I mean, yeah. The outfits do look really similar.
Yeah.
They really do look super similar. Oh my god, I'm just scrolling my Mal here and I see Interstella 555. A while back I actually went to, they had a screening near me for the AI remaster.
I think that is required viewing for anybody who like hasn't really gotten into anime and you're trying to like get them into anime. Be like, hey, you like
Interstella?
You like Daft Punk,
You like
right?
Daft Punk,
You're
kid?
like-
Yeah, you like Daft Punk? What if I told you there's a whole Daft Punk anime?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is some essential viewing. I feel like if the right person, you can get them into some anime with this. But I feel like this is a deep cut to me. I feel like
sure.
this is for like when you're so well versed, you just want to see something that you haven't seen before, and you watch Interstellar 555. Bro.
I've
Oh, Ginga AU Densetsu. Legend of the Galactic Heroes. I was about to say Legend of the Legendary Heroes. That's a different anime. That's the one with the stigmata and shit. That's the one where, you see that? That's the one with the stigmata where they have the signs in their eyes and the guy can like decode all magic and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one where it's like in the first arc they're like cadets and shit, and like his friend almost gets like raped, and he like has a fucking power fit. Yeah, it's pretty funny. That's like I was like that anime gives like super like early 2000s anime.
Here's another on my top 30 list. I think they're 15th. It sits 15th to 20th, I think.
So what do we got?
Which is kind of saying a lot of how heavy the competition is for the top 30. But
Yeah, no, Gurren Lagann is up there for me too. Anything by like that's Trigger, right? That's or that's the last Gainax.
It's Gainax.
Yeah, I think that's like the Gainax, but it's done by the Trigger guys within Gainax.
Yeah, they left like right after.
Yeah, they left right after and made Studio Trigger.
Yeah.
Gurren Lagann is goated. The whole message of the show is goated. The main characters are goated. Music's goated. Animation.
As one of my more potentially odd pieces of anime merch, I actually have a zip-up scarf, Yoko scarf.
Fire. Fire. I really like the endings, bro.
Yeah. I really like well, the intro too.
Oh yeah, the intro sick. Intro sick. I like peace. Have you watched like Logon Hen or like Guren Hen, the movies that recap the plot?
I don't know if I've watched the recaps. I've watched the OVAs.
Oh yeah. Some extra content. I really liked Logon Hen, which was the recap of the second half. They just make the final fight like a bit bigger and a bit more expensive.
Okay.
It was really sick. They also had like naked Nia and shit with like super Jack Simo, and I was like, yeah! I was like, it's full power fantasy. Let's go! This is truly the perfect ending. He's like Conan. It's fucking back.
You're telling me there's extra nudity? I might have to dip.
Yeah, there's naked Yoko and there's naked Nia, and there's also naked like the girl with glasses who's the engineer chick who's kind of like a lesser character.
I mean Yoko,
which is deep. I'm gonna agree to that.
Yoko's bae of Gurren Lagann.
She is the iconic girl, right? But I like Nia better. But this is the one thing where it's like I think I like the more vanilla girl than you.
Could be the case, yeah, for sure. What was I gonna say? What I was gonna say is the one thing I don't necessarily like about Yoko, and it's not really her fault or anything. It's more just her plot. Like the relationships she has. Like I feel so fucking bad for her.
She's got her kids, bro. She's got the kids she's teaching.
Yeah, but like everybody she tries to get with fucking dies or shit. Like.
I mean, at the end of the day, like her and Simone should have been like, "Hey, listen, let's just close the loop."
Yeah.
But yeah, Simone was too like, "Hey, I get it. If I had Nia and all chicks,
Kamina looking down from heaven, and be like, "Thank you for taking care of my girl."
Yeah, honestly, and not fucking her. Like, like that's probably what he's really saying because it's communist. So he's definitely saying that, bro. Hey, I get it. If I had access to, if I married Nia and shit, like I would probably be like, "Nah, there's literally no better woman in the whole fucking cosmos." Like, I'm over it.
Well, the ending with them was sad too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it just made me feel like Simone was even cooler.
Yeah.
It was like, damn, bro. He's even more rugged than I thought.
Yeah.
I like what's his name? Funeral.
He got super stoic by the end.
Oh yeah. Super
that whole anime is coming of age times 10 for Simone.
Oh yeah. Dude, I fucking love her. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Super sick. Did you watch Kill la Kill?
Yes.
I fucking love Kill la Kill too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really love Satsuki's design. I love any like Japanese girl that has thick eyebrows. Like I love when the artists go off with the thick eyebrow Japanese girls. And like I'm not talking. You know how they do like the hime or the priestess eyebrows that are like the circles and shit. I like those too, but the thick eyebrow chicks like Kanamori from fucking
the hime
Aizoken.
The hime eyebrows you find it has to be paired with the hime cut, right? Like the straight bangs and like the
I like the hime cut. Satsuki kind of has like a hime cut, but she has like regular thick eyebrows. I thought that looked sick. Yeah. I kind of like chicks with the sanpaku eyes too, the really sharp eyes, the sharp small eyes. Yeah. And that's pretty sick. I like that. Who's Dagashi Kashi? Have you seen Dagashi Kashi?
No.
That's the show that's about Japanese candy. There's like the main girl's like the purple girl. Have you seen the new show Into the Night or whatever?
The one with the vampire.
Yeah, the vampire girl. Yeah, it's done by the same mangaka. The main character's like childhood friend character. I forget what her name is, but like she's like the best girl in that show. She has like sanpaku eyes. She's like a country like girl, and she has like freckles. So I was like, peak design.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's pretty sick.
Can't in my eyes you can't beat peak design in my eyes other than one specific waifu from a Studio Dean anime adaptation that is now since another studio.
You gotta tell me, bro. I'm gonna guess it.
La Latina for Dustiness, aka Darkness.
Ooh, okay. Darkness is sick. Darkness is pretty fucking sick. I like Liz too.
Yeah.
Or Wiz.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wiz is pretty sick. I think I like Wiz more than I like Darkness. I'm sorry, bro. I think it's more like because like Darkness is cool, right? But Wiz, when you bully Wiz, you know she's genuinely feeling bad. Yeah. Darkness is somebody where it's like she's actually bad at play, which is attractive in its own right. But like she's about getting her own rocks off. She's a filthy masturbator.
Yeah. Which I guess is a large part of the appeal.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Darkness is the closest second ever. I just feel like I like Wiz more because if you're a bully type, you're probably going to go for Wiz over Darkness.
Yeah,
but I love Darkness, don't get me wrong. I love Darkness's mom too. That painting. I mean, they showed a painting of her.
I mean, dude, just like, she rich. She thick. Blonde. Masochist. And has a ponytail most of the time.
I mean, I like all those. Wiz is a brunette. I like my brunettes. I like my blondes, but I like my brunettes.
Yeah,
She's actually submissive and demure. She's stronger than Darkness.
For me, yeah.
Undead
I guess
coochie.
Darkness is like the tank. Like she can shrug all the attacks, but she can't fucking hit anything for shit. So. Yeah.
But I love me some Darkness, don't get me wrong. I like Aqua too, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I like Megan. I mean, a lot of the girls. How do you feel about the thief girl? I forget her name is. It's like the
Chris.
Yeah, Chris,
Yeah.
who is like she's like the goddess character who replaces Aqua in the beginning, but it's like her like the material world or like her whatever world, the counterpart or disguise. You know the goddess who's in all purple or whatever.
That's Eris. Eris and Chris are two different characters, right?
I'm pretty sure they're the same character. It's just like that's her disguise when she's like in that realm and she dresses.
Is that
up
like a
a
season 3 development? I haven't gotten that far yet.
I thought they showed it off earlier, but I'm pretty sure they've confirmed that they're pretty much the same person. Yeah, like it's just kind of her like spying on them.
Okay. I think she's an okay character. I do really like the scene where Cosmo first gets his steal ability and uses it on her and it's full degen.
I mean, yeah, the steal is pretty goated. What he steals is pretty goated.
He took my panties.
I mean, Cosmo's just goated when Aqua's trying to burn his tracksuit and he's like, no, it's my only memory, my tracksuit.
Yeah.
Have you watched ReZero? It's another tracksuit boy.
Yeah.
Tracksuit isekai boy.
Yeah.
I've only watched maybe like 3 episodes of the newest season. This is the one where he fights like Lust or whatever.
I know a lot of people in that series stand for like Ren and Ram and like think that they got jilted in terms of romance, but like I think that Subaru made the right choice.
I think Subaru made the right choice. Well, I love Amelia.
Yeah.
Amelia's sick.
Yeah.
Like in her like witch form too, super sick.
Yeah.
You know who else I like?
Echidna,
Yeah, Echidna's super sick. Echidna's sick. I really like Sloth. The Sloth girl, she kind of has like the reddish hair. She's got ample ass and titties. Big respect.
Yeah.
Have you watched like Bleach or anything? Like, are you caught up with the new Bleach that's come out as of late?
I mean, I've only seen it in bits and pieces back in the day, and the thing with Bleach too is like, I know I'd like it now, but Bleach was one of the things as a kid that turned me off of anime for the longest time, because I had a falling off until like 2012.
I see.
And the reason too behind that was because like when I was a younger kid, like sure I could handle some Dragon Ball stuff that came on YTV, but they'd air Bleach around the same time. That shit traumatized me.
Yo, that's why I liked Bleach though. I was like, yo, it's a bit edgy.
Yeah.
Bro. I was like, yo, Ichigo's a bit different, bro.
Yeah.
Ichigo's kind of like, I'll slash you. Like, it's a bit different.
But I mean, regardless too, even having only seen bits and pieces, I know like there are some peak waifu designs in that too. Like you're
So many.
Oh
my god, bless the god, fucking Kubo.
Yoruichi Bambietta.
Yoruichi, Fucking Holly Bell, freaking, what's her name? Nellie L. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Soy Phone. Yo, Soy Phone's up there for me.
Yeah.
Soy Phone's up there for me. Yo, I like, I even like, what's that one chick? It's the chick with the horn. She's like the deer chick. There's like a deer girl, and she's a part of like Holly Bell's like, I think they're called like Fraction.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has like a snake girl, a lion girl, and a deer girl, and it's like they're all kind of fire, but like I like the deer girl the best. She's like a tomboy character. She's super fucking sick. Yeah, there's so many waifus. And I mean, of course, there's Sosuke Aizen, who's like, he's a fucking goat. He's one of the best anime characters of all time. Like, yeah, Bleach came
so
back
many
and it
people's
looks...
villain lists for a reason.
Oh yeah, he's just goated. Yeah, the new Bleach comeback is really good, and I think it just started again. I think they just had their first episode this week or last week for, I think it's like the third core or whatever of the Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War. So I haven't watched that, but yeah, I'm gonna get on that. Have you seen Dorohedoro?
Yes.
Oh my god, so fucking good. Hayashida Q, I was unfamiliar with your fucking game.
That shit was like, it was wild and I loved it. And I feel like eventually it might rank higher. Like it might actually crack my top 30.
You gotta read the manga, it's gonna fucking blow your mind.
Okay, but like the thing with watching it for me was like when it stopped, I was like, that's it.
I know.
The
second season's coming out though.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, man, I watched the show, and I had known about Hayashida Q before. Like, I had seen Dorohedoro before, just like prowling, trying to find manga, but I was like, alright, like, you know, I just kind of scrolled right past it, and then I watched the anime, and I was like, whoa, this shit is super gas. I didn't go into the manga. I read the manga immediately. I read it from like start to finish. It immediately became one of my top fucking manga of all time. Super dope story, super unique and sick character art. The heavy lines and shit that he draws and the gore is exactly up my alley. His character design's great. Doing the lizard head man in like, you know, mid 2000s is pretty sick.
Yeah.
It's kind of like bring back a classic kind of archetype for a more modern story.
Yeah.
I really liked it. There's a sequel. Well, I guess to call it a sequel is kind of like a spoiler. But there's a new manga that he has called Die Dark, and it's just confirmed that it takes place way later down in the timeline.
Okay.
So that one's pretty sick too. It's shaping up to be really fucking good right now, so I like that too. Actually, the Q fucking killed the game. Yo.
Nice.
Have you seen Samurai Champloo?
I think what happened was I started it. And then, because I started it on Netflix, I believe, and I came like back out here or something, and I got booted out of the Netflix household account. I just ended up dropping it effectively. My best friend had one of the main trio tattooed on his arm though. Yeah, it was a silhouette of him though, and for some reason, because we're from Nova Scotia, right? When people would see the silhouette of him, people would look at it and see, is that Nova Scotia? And eventually, I think he just got sick. I think he just got sick of getting asked that because it's the only tattoo he's tried to have removed so far.
Oh damn, it's like that, eh? I really liked it. I'm saving the last 3 episodes for my deathbed. That's how much I liked it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this. Only because like. I started watching Samurai Champloo. That was like the last anime show I watched before like I changed, and I just could not binge anime to the level that I was binging it before. Like I built up such a catalog of anime, like for the years leading up to watching, like for the 4 years leading up when I really got into anime, leading up to watching Samurai Champloo, like I was like about ready to burn out, and then I was like, nah, I gotta watch Samurai Champloo because it's got new Jabez in it, and I'm really into lo-fi right now, so like I need to see it. And it's like, it's lauded by like everybody. You'll see like Ghostface Killah saying that Samurai Champloo is like a dope show, like random people like Jay-Z and shit, so I'm like, yo, let me go see it. Yeah. And it was so fucking good that the last 3 episodes, like I'm just saving for some rainy days.
From what I know, Samurai Champloo is really high on Samuel L. Jackson's top anime list.
Yeah, makes sense.
He's a big head, right? Because he was the English dub for Afro and Afro Samurai.
Yeah, he's well aware. He's well aware of what the Kino is. Do you think he knows about High School DxD?
Well, he said in a Wired interview, or one of those things where like you get asked the questions by the internet. One of the questions was, does Samuel L. Jackson like anime? And he answered it with yes, hentai too, and then moved on.
So he knows.
Yeah, definitely.
I should recommend him some doujins. You know what we should do next is after this anime taste profile, we'll do doujin taste profile.
Okay. Okay. Oh my god. That one that I showed.
Not the doujins you guys may be thinking about, you old heads.
That one that I showed you that I really liked. That Korean one with Supergirl Secret Trouble, right? That got removed from Facebook. I don't know where to find it now.
Oh shit.
I'm sure it's probably
Yo, the
somewhere
Koreans have
online,
some horny shit though. The Koreans, I think, got some good designs.
Oh yeah.
Koreans be killing in the video game space with the horniness these days.
A couple of other ones I liked. I can't remember what the Haruhi one was called, but there was a Haruhi one that was made by the same doujin artist that made a Clannad one called Okaz, and I really liked that one too.
Proper. Just scrolling in my Mal, I see prison school going.
What I really liked about what he did too with those specifically too is like, A, they're full color, so like fantastic, makes it easier to get into, more realistic, and then B, which is a big thing that I much prefer with like doujin stuff, and obviously it's not as traditional, is it's uncensored.
Nice. Yeah. Bro, I'm just seeing here, I'm like scrolling on my Mal on my fucking computer down here, and it's like just checking out this shit, bro. Oshiete Galko-chan. Galko? Hey, listen, we're not talking about the mangaka at all. I'm just saying, like, Galko is a top tier waifu. I'm saying Galko's up there. That whole show was gas, bro. Why'd you have to do all that shit? You could have had a banger show.
I mean, that's how it goes with a lot of the stuff, right? I like to think about Rurouni Kenshin's reputation completely fucking ruined, and Act Age got canceled.
Yes, Act Age, I remember. Oh my god, Act Age. You know, like, you just dated us as anime fans. Like, the fact that we even know about Act Age.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, that was time ago. That's like a whole different, like, era of anime fandom ago.
Yeah.
Dude, oh, Psyche Kusula. It's like the tale of Psyche. That shit's fucking fire. It's a super fire comedy.
I liked what I saw of that.
Yeah.
The very meta psychic and like just dry humor.
Yeah, I've been retracing Masterpiece Theater. So I've been watching stuff like Moomin, and like some of the pre-Masterpiece Theater stuff too, like Tale of Yakimaru. I think I'm gonna move on to like Story of the Alps and stuff like that, slowly go through it, but yeah, I don't know, as an anime renaissance, I'm like, I'm gonna come back and like, you know, watch all these like classics and all these guys who went on to go work on really big projects.
Yeah.
You know, their early stuff, a lot of like their folk tales and shit that they worked on.
Yeah.
Bro. Ooh, Freezing. Freezing is a Korean like manga. It's a Korean dude who got serialized in Japan. Freezing's sick. I love Satellizer Outbridget.
So it started as a manga?
Yeah. Well, no, I think it's always been a manga, but it was just written by a Korean guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you seen Freezing?
Yeah, because I think when I saw the credits, I saw a Korean name like very prominent in it, and I was like, was it made by like?
Yeah, I think his name is Imdal Young or something.
Yeah.
The manga. He totally dropped off. Like, he dropped Freezing. Like, it's just permanently on hiatus.
I like.
It's on a weird arc too, where the dude's transported to another world. I think he just came back though.
I like Satellizer.
Oh, Satellizer's so sick.
And my other favorite one is Ganessa Roland.
Oh, you like Ganessa? Ganessa's fucking sick. My top is like, I like Satellizer, and then right after Satellizer is Shiphone Fairchild. The girl who always like has her eyes closed.
Right?
Oh, I'll show you. Shiphone is fucking sick. I was thinking of getting a poster of her.
Oh no, the other blonde, right? Yeah, the other blonde, yeah.
Yeah, but I thought she was sick.
Can't be hard to remember other blondes after Satellizer.
I don't think she's blonde though. Maybe she's blonde in like the official coloring.
Oh
but
yeah, okay, and yeah, in the show she's definitely not.
Yeah, she's a brunette.
Yeah.
But yeah, Freezing Zero when she had the long hair and shit, that was looking a little different.
Yeah.
I love all the aunties from fucking Freezing.
Yeah.
Big incest vibes in Freezing, by the
Definitely,
way. So many incest subplots.
Definitely more a long hair guy than a short hair guy myself. I mean, obviously, like, I have long hair even as a guy.
Shout out to fucking Freezing. Hey, Imdal Young, finish that up, bro. It's literally, it seems like it's almost there, bro. Just get on top of it, bro, please. Yo, another person who needs to get on top of it and finish their manga, the author of Gangsta. I know you're going through some health issues, but you gotta.
Well, I see you've got
tighten up.
I see you've got Overlord on your list there.
I love Overlord.
I've watched. I've watched all of that other than the movie. I couldn't find the movie.
I don't think I watched the movie either. But
it's apparently it's coming to a close soon. They're doing like the last few bits of the manga or light novel.
That's sick. I want to see more Shoutier. One my Shoutier, one my Albedo.
Give me them and give me my Lacuse with the Blue Rose as well.
Bro, have you seen Great Pretender? I think that's another Netflix anime.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and
I thought it was really good.
I started it and then I saved it because I was like, ooh, this might be a show my dad would like.
Oh, I see.
It's a cat and mouse crime style anime, but also like the ending song is Freddie Mercury's Great Pretender, and my dad's like a massive Queen stan. Bro. Which is also why I think JoJo's might be a thing direct to him too, because like Kira Queen.
I mean, yeah.
Have
you watched fucking Sekiro?
I know that I should because if I'm going full degen mode,
I know we just went fully to the ecchi animes now. Hey, Skumi from Skumi and Kazehana over, and if only one Kazehana. Nah, she's like one of the two MILF love interest, like only like because the Sekiro, they're like a different race of humans or whatever. They're like a different whatever. They're like aliens, and it's like there's only two of them that are MILFs, and only one of them is a love interest, and she's like the only MILF for the whole thing, Kazehana, and I'm like, yo, Kazehana, bro.
I'm trying to think.
I'll give you the love that you always wanted.
I'm trying to think who my favorite MILF girl in anime is. I mean, Akano Himejima kind of counts from High School DxD.
She's a MILF. Well, we don't know how old she is.
No, the thing is, like, from what I know, she's like not all that old, but she has the energy, right? Like she has the
energy. Well, look upon Kazehana.
That's too. But does she give you the aras as well?
Yes.
Okay, well then.
Yeah, she's that character. I mean, yeah. I mean, listen. Let's not compare. They're both great.
Yeah. Another one though.
Kazehana is also she spits like haikus while drinking sake.
Who was the other one I was thinking of? Lisa from JoJo.
Oh, Lisa is. Yeah, Lisa's the fucking goat. Nice. Oh, I love the edit that somebody made where at the end, where it's like him and he's looking dazed on the plane after he finds out on the boat after he finds out like Lisa's his mom. He's like, meh.
Yeah. Oh my god, no. Who was the other one though I was thinking of? There's another one. There's another one that's big ups like that.
That's big ups. Fucking yo.
She was super hot. Who was she? Yo. I mean, if we're thinking Clannad, fucking Nagisa's mom, Sanai Furukawa, she's pretty banger milf.
I haven't seen Clannad. I am lacking super hard, but like from housing, Sir Integra, fucking.
Yes, but she's pretty young too, though. She doesn't count as.
Oh, she's not a MILF side.
Technically
by the end,
she's Dami mommy. For
yeah,
sure.
But also, if we're talking about by the end of the manga, she's a MILF. So.
Okay. Yeah.
And she looks even, better. I would even say.
Blanking on this.
Oh, Spider Riders, bro. You up on Spider Riders? Calling all Spider Riders. Let's ride.
I'll have to pull up my list here.
I know, dude. I'm prepared. I already have my Mal up, guys. I'm deep diving. I'm deep diving.
No, I
into
know.
this.
It's just because I cannot remember. Like,
We haven't even talked about like Chainsaw Man too. Chainsaw Man goated. Chainsaw
Oh,
Man
yes.
manga right now, pretty good.
oh right, fucking Misato Katsuragi from Evangelion. Although
I kind of like the blonde-haired bitch better.
Akagi Ritsuko.
Yeah, I'm kind of fucking with her. I mean, okay, that's kind of decrepit. I was gonna say I'm fucking with Asuka over all of them, but like
Of all the Eva pilots, yes.
Did you watch Darling in the Franxx? You're totally good to miss out on that one. by the way.
It was like, from what I was seeing, it was like very like Ava and like other things clone, and also like
Yes.
I kind of got into it like a little, but not enough to really continue.
Yeah, I totally feel that. I watched it all the way through, but I was like, it's kind of leave it. 02 was kind of cute for a little bit, though.
There are a lot of nice cosplay for her up there.
Oh yeah, my sister bought me a fucking body pillow of 02.
Nice.
Because I don't know, she knew like I was like it's kind of mid, and back then it was like really popular when it came out. So she was like, she went to like an anime con and she like bought me a 02 body pillow just to fucking get at me.
Nice.
Have you watched Trinity 7?
I don't know.
Trinity 7 is this one where dude literally like his magic is so strong he just fucking can rip off their fucking clothes. So it's like
You rated Kimetsu no Yaiba 4.
Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Subtle shade.
I mean, listen, right? It was not that entertaining. It reminded me of like toddler anime of the week.
For me, like, I say that like I like aesthetics in anime a lot, and like a lot of that does come down to like the color
First season was
palette.
good.
It comes down a lot to the color palette, which Demon Slayer does have in spades, but then like the art style that some of these other more colorful things like JoJo's has, like Demon Slayer doesn't have that. Like it's much less realistic, and like I don't know. And also, it's just I couldn't get into Demon Slayer as much either because again, like I'd marathon 5 seasons of Hero Academia before that, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
so
I
much
totally feel
shonen,
that.
so much
Yeah.
shonen.
You gotta chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever like I watch a shonen, I have to like chill. I need to watch like Ghost Sweeper, Mikami, or some shit.
No.
I haven't finished that, by the way. That's pretty good. I started Nana. If you've ever watched that, I only watched the first 3 episodes. Kind of chilling. I'm trying to get through Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
You're into the whole punk Yuri.
I mean, yeah. I mean, a man has to study. A man has to study his fucking Copernicus.
If you were to say Yatsura, there's a classic waifu anime there. I mean, Lum is.
Yeah, Lum's pretty up there too. I haven't watched Redline yet. Everybody tells me like to watch Redline, and I've just been lacking. Shiro
The animation
Baka.
for it looks really good.
I gotta watch Shiro Baka. Yuru Camp. Actually, I've watched an episode of Yuru Camp, but I just haven't watched all of it, bro. It's impossible to keep up with all this anime. The Dead Demons anime.
A lot of people have been hyping that.
Dead Demons pretty good. I've read the manga. The Fable. I just started the 3rd Fable manga.
Who's behind that? The art looks really familiar.
I have no fucking clue, to be honest. So let's see. See who makes the fucking Fable. The fucking Fable. I really like the manga. I haven't watched the show. The show looked like it was kind of made for the low, but you don't have to spend that much money on a Fable. Minami Katsuhisa. He's just worked on the Fable series, it looks like.
Okay. Well, I think maybe what I was looking at there for it on your list is, I don't know, it just looked like familiar art style. I think it actually kind of looks like, particularly like Dojins or something.
Yeah, to me, it reminds me a lot of like, it kind of looks like Rape Man if you ever read that manga. It looks a little bit more old school. Like it looks more like gang mangas and stuff like that tend to look. Like much more anatomically correct, like heavy shading on like the facial features.
Yeah.
That kind of style. The Fable's pretty funny. I like it. I like the characters in it. I thought it was pretty quaint. I thought it was super Japanese of a manga. I really liked it. Yeah. We haven't even mentioned like Dragon Ball Z except for externally. We haven't mentioned Lane. recently rewatched Lane. I watched Lane way back in the day. Lane was one of those ones where I was like, yeah, anime is like, this is like anime.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this and like Psycho-Pass and shit. It's like, this is anime.
Psycho-Pass is top 30.
Ergo
for sure
Proxy. Alright, bro. I say we wrap it up. We're approaching fucking 2 hours, so.
Yeah.
2 hours, 10 minutes, so.
Jeez.
We're gonna chill. We're gonna rock it out. We'll come back and we'll chat more shit. Like I said, Dojin picks next. We're gonna have artist examples, all that stuff.
Okay.
And it's gonna be a pain in the ass to animate, or it's gonna be a pain in the ass to edit. You know what I mean? But like, yo, teaser right now. Go look this up, kiddos. Zenmai Kurogi. That's all you got. All right, bro. The Godkin and Stone World. We're out of here.